Okay, today we are playing a game on Watchpoint Gibraltar. We are playing Mercy the entire way through, and there is no SR for today's game because it was a placement game. We are also on the console today, so consider yourself forewarned. So let's start the game. We've got to attack first. D.Va's going in. D.Va's gonna get fucked up pretty bad. Like, it's not gonna be a good opening for D.Va right here. And now we kind of getting held hostage in here. Moira's coming in for us. We're gonna have to try and fight her off. Fortunately, she doesn't exactly put much effort into putting the moves on us. She pretty much walks at us in a straight line and then backs away from us in a straight line. If anything, we could have aimed for the head a little bit more because she really was just like very straight line walking at us. But either way, we killed the Moira. That's the important thing. So, D.Va's back. It was kind of a scary res because it was very out in the open, but the enemy team aren't really pushed forward right now, so it's okay. You don't get punished, you don't have to learn, you know? So here comes Tracer. Tracer's dead. Everybody turns around. Alright, if you're playing Mercy and there's like a Tracer bouncing around out near you, like honestly, just pull out the pistol. Obviously that's what we did. Just like pull out the pistol and go for the Tracer. That's one of those heroes where you can't really rely on your teammates actually doing anything to them, you know? Right there, we did get in a pretty scary place because we slowly trekked like all the way over there, when we can be hovering like around here and be tethered to the people that were around there, no problem, and be in a way less scary spot because we've got these nice big canisters to protect us instead of the payload, which is much less comforting as a piece of geometry, I find. So anyway, we come back out, fight, you know, McCree just killed himself, so that's a pretty good start to things, honestly. D.Va just got hacked. That was D.Va, right? D.Va got hacked? No, that's Orisa that got hacked. Okay. I was gonna say, we want to kill D.Va before she uses self-destruct, but no, we have the D.Va, not them. So, a bunch of people died. Is Moira the best one? I think I would have rather rezzed Roadhog, honestly. Because Roadhog's the one that's going to help us, like, really get anywhere with this. Like, Moira's nice, because she's got more healing, but if one of the tanks are dead, that's slightly less important. Roadhog was further forward, though, so less safe to go for than the Moira. The Moira was the safest one to try and res, but also kind of, like, fairly low impact compared to the other ones that we could have rezzed at the same time. And McCree killed us with Deadeye. I can't hear the sound in this game, so I was as surprised as anybody. And McCree just got play of the game. Good job, McCree. Good job, McCree. Oh, they're missing somebody. Our time. So, we do have a Hanzo on our team. So we want to try and hang out with Hanzo as much as we can, because he's a good one to damage boost. And the other healer is Moira, whom we should be able to expect to take care of most of the healing. We tried to go to Reinhardt right there, but we ended up going closer to tried to go to Hanzo, but we went to Reinhardt rather. Tracer's behind us again. Pull out the pistol, try and fight the Tracer off, because Lord knows our teammates don't care about helping us. And even if they did, Tracer's hard to hit, man. People are bad at trying to kill Tracer. She's very mobile, very small hitbox, you know? So it's a very scary position overall, like, just kind of just being in the ditch, you know? There was the Tracer behind us, now Tracer's just on us instead, and our options were go forward into the enemy team or go backwards into the Tracer, and then when Tracer's in front of us, there's no one behind us anymore, so we're just trying to fight the Tracer off by ourselves. It got very upsetting very quickly, as is often the case when playing Mercy. It's just one of those heroes, you know, where it's frequently very sad. It's frequently very sad. So, especially when you're losing, like, 5v or 6v5, right? So we've almost got Valkyrie built up again. I don't like going up this staircase without looking, because there could have been, like, McCree could have been, like, right at this door, just waiting for us to come up the staircase. Like, I didn't like walking up that staircase backwards. Don't need to be looking at Reinhardt, you know. We could have been looking up the staircase as we were walking up. So we are healing that person because we're tethered to the person next to them. We don't have to go in there. All well. And capture the checkpoint. Hooray. We were going ham because Valkyrie was going, and then Valkyrie ran out right in the middle of the hangar, which is a very bad place to suddenly run out of our ultimate. But we weren't looking at anybody too threatening at the time, so it ends up being fine, but she's gonna go hard with Valkyrie, which is fine. Like, I thoroughly encourage going ham if you've got Valkyrie up and you see somebody that you can try and kill. But you gotta be careful you don't run out in, like, really scary territory. Basically, you know, in the enemy team. Because, you know, it's very easy to just feel the power of Valkyrie and get carried away, because you know that most DPS are just gonna eat shit as soon as you go for them. So, a bunch of people are dead. Oh, this is a scary res. They're all kind of scary reses. I guess we got the payload to cover us here. Roadhog already used his hook. That was, like, the major fear from him, but it was still scary. Stopping to res anybody's Mercy is kind of scary if you don't have Valkyrie. If you're in Valkyrie, no, this lady is not full health. Please, like, heal this lady to full health. Thank you, thank you. We really don't. Baby Diva doesn't have much health already. We don't want it to make it even easier for the enemy team to kill her, you know? Does help her build her mech faster, so that's nice, but don't want her being, like, wounded either. We use Valkyrie here. Didn't need to use Valkyrie. We've already captured this checkpoint. Now we're just going to go off with Valkyrie looking to do something with it, which is going to be bully Orisa. Orisa, not as fun to bully as a DPS or a support, but Orisa is what we found, so Orisa is the one that's going to get bullied. And now she's dead, so she's upset. She's like, fucking Mercy, get the fuck off me. And then Reinhardt comes through as well. Do we still have the Hanzo? I think we still have the Hanzo, don't we? I don't know. I gotta wait until either he comes into view or we push tab again. Or back, because we're on the console, I suppose. Got hooked by Roadhog, and we gotta wait. Yep, we do have the Hanzo. We still want to be with Hanzo as much as we can, because he's the good one to damage boost, you know? That's like the utility that Mercy brings, is the damage boost. So, a lot of people just got Earth Shattered. Now is time to damage boost somebody, because we want these bad men dead as quickly as possible. Even if, like, the person isn't full health or whatever, if they're all Earth Shattered, it's probably fine. We just want them to do more damage. Be the case with a few ultimates. Like, if you see a bunch of people get amped, usually you want to be damage boosting people as long as no one's about to die. You know, if someone's about to die, that's a different issue. But assuming nobody's, like, within death range, we want to just start damage boosting, like, the person who looks primed to do as much the most damage upcoming. So we're shooting away. Moira has, like, needed healing. Did she not have Fade? She has to have had Fade. She has to have had Fade for that Pulse Bomb. Where did she fade? She faded there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She had Fade by then. She just didn't push it in time. She could have lived. She could have lived. And Tracer could have been so sad. Don't stick Moiras unless you are absolutely certain that Fade is down. Saw that happen earlier today on stream. Someone stuck the Moira and they were extremely sad right afterwards. Like, don't do it, dude. Don't do it. You're gonna be real sad real fast unless you know with certainty Moira doesn't have her Fade. Hold on. I'm going to take drugs because I forgot to do it earlier. Don't worry. It's just an antibiotic. The last one, finally. So, we've got Valkyrie built up now. This is going to be our last fight, so we might as well just pop it as soon as we get it. Reinhardt's not making things easy for us right here, and unfortunately now we're getting we got less value out of Valkyrie because we had to go in and tether Reinhardt. We could go for the res on Sombra, because we can use some cover while we're there, you know, we got this. Nice, but we can be rezzing from, like, here and be, like, in cover. And you can get away with, like, a lot of ridiculous reses, honestly, if you're using Valkyrie. As long as you're not in danger of being, like, crowd-controlled, you'll probably get away with it. So we could have gone for it. That is our Hanzo that we were shooting at right there, so that's a little bit on the suboptimal side. Someone got pulse-bombed, but they lived. Hopefully she stuck Moira again and learned why you don't stick Moira. And we captured the checkpoint. Hooray. All is well. It all fell apart for them right at the end, as is often the case, isn't it? You know, if my team played as well as they do during overtime all of the time, I'd never lose a single game. But tragically, you know, They pull all the skill out of their pocket in overtime. So, we were emoting right as the round started, and yeah, that's when the Widowmaker comes out the gate and gets you right at the start. So Tracer's still here, Tracer's still up to no good. Pull out the pistol, start shooting her. Hopefully Sombra hacks her, because hacked Tracer is one of the saddest things in existence. Who do you think the saddest hero to get hacked is? Because there's pretty strong contention for this, isn't there? Tracer's obviously very sad. D.Va's very sad, Doomfist's very sad, Lucio's very sad, Reinhardt's very sad, Toes is very sad. There's a lot of people that are very sad when they get hacked, but who do you think is the saddest? I think I'm gonna go with Lucio, because it always looks so sad. You know, it just looks very pathetic when the Lucio gets hacked, because they're up against the wall. They don't know anything else, right? They got hacked off the wall, and they don't know better, so they just sit there, like, trying to jump back on the wall. Like, why is it not, why am I so slow, and why can't I grind? And just, they keep trying. They just keep trying. It always looks extremely sad. Also, Lucio is in strong contention for, like, worst person to get emped as well, because emp takes shields off. Sound barrier. Nope, just kidding. Everything's gone. Or you could just hack him out of the jump. That's also very fun as well. Just stunning Lucio. Good times, good times. I'm still mad that he can use Sound Barrier in Gravitic Flux. It still absolutely enrages me that he is 30 feet in the air and just drops the beat anyway. Good news, though. They are changing the Roadhog hook. It is going to go through Kinetic Grasp. Finally. Thank God. As it should have always been. You know, I like playing Toes, but there was no reason that Roadhog's hook should have ever gone through Gravitic or Kinetic Grasp, and I'm glad that it's going to change. Thank God. I like consistency in the rules, and Toes is not very consistent. Now, if we could get the boulder to behave like other projectiles and, like, get deflected and defense matrixed, that'd be great. I guess the reasoning is that, like, Accretion, the rock is too big to feasibly deflect or eat or something like that. Even though, like, Reinhardt literally throws fire at you and has a rocket-propelled hammer, and Genji can deflect that, no problem, you know? And D.Va can defense matrix an entire whole hog, which is her shooting, like, all of the projectiles out of the air, right? But the boulder? Too much, can't be done, dude, can't be done. I don't think that one's gonna change. I think that one's intentional, but it's very upsetting to me, all the same, that it works that way. I guess the trade-off is it's a slow projectile, so it's, like, easier to dodge, but, like, come on. Or at least let Genji deflect it, come on. Anyway, we're playing Mercy right now, by the way. Hey, here's McCree. He's fucking in. We got him. We are not very afraid to pull out the pistol, which is good. I find most Mercy players are terrified to pull out the pistol. The amount of times I've seen a Mercy just, like, hopping away from the person that's assaulting them by themselves, just holding their staff at them. Like, pull out the fucking pistol and shoot at them. What else are you doing right now? You're about to die. You might as well try and save yourself, you know? And, like, they're afraid to, like, pull their pistol out if there's a flanker behind them and stuff like that as well. Like, if you don't think your teammates are gonna help, and, like, nobody's gonna die when you pull out your pistol, fucking go for it, dude. If you think somebody is gonna die, or somebody has a chance of dying, different matter, then you need, like, a really good reason to pull your pistol out, because, you know, healing people is still the #1 priority, but... Dude, if you think you got a chance to kill someone, or if you don't think your teammates are going to help you with this situation back there, or if they are helping you, they're just not capable of helping you, fucking go for it, dude. Fucking shoot that Tracer. Fucking show her. Fucking show her. Assert yourself. I made you, Genji. I can unmake you as well. Anyway, so I don't know what happened, and I don't want to go back like 20 seconds, because I was busy going off on this fucking massive tangent. No, it wasn't really a tangent, I suppose. I was just following this, like, train of thought in my head through to the full conclusion. Which is pretty much just what I do, really. The first thought that comes into my head, that's what we're going with, man. We're gonna go all the way with that train of thought. So here's McCree again. The hack has just run out, so it's good that we didn't keep going in right there. I thought we were gonna, like, run right into him, but no, we stopped, so we don't want to get flashbanged, of course. Moira's up to no good over there in the corner. It's sketchy. If we were gonna go for it, we should have gone for it oh, we backed up too far. Damn. If we were gonna go for it, we should have gone for it sooner than that, because all that happened from the hesitation was the enemy team was getting closer and closer. And then obviously we canceled it by backing up too far. That sucks. It was a scary one to go for, but I would have gone for it all the same, just because as far as we knew, the only person that was close to us at the time was Moira. Moira's not going to stop us from getting a res off, you know, so I would have gone for it. But you gotta commit, you know. You don't want to go half and half on the plan. You either commit or you abandon them completely. Indecision is very bad, is the moral of the story. This is true for all heroes in the game. When you're playing any hero, just try and be decisive. Just fucking go for it, dude. Don't, like, second guess yourself. Don't, like, ooh, should I go in? Shouldn't I go in? Fucking go in or don't. Just fucking decide. Hey, if you're thinking, should I go in? There's probably an opportunity to go in if you were thinking about it, right? That's the mindset I follow with this kind of thing. Ah, we did it again. Easier to do when you're in Valkyrie, you move a lot faster. This is the mindset I follow with things. It's like, if you're thinking, should I use my emergency button? You probably should, because if you're in a position where you're wondering if you should, you probably just should, you know? If you're in a position where you're thinking, should I go in? You probably should. Like, you're in a position where you're wondering about it, so obviously there was some kind of chance you saw. That's my mindset with it anyway. Either way, just, like, be decisive when you play. Any hero you play, be decisive. Commit fully. If you're going in, fucking go in. Don't be the Reinhardt that sits at the choke point like, ooh, should I push? Shouldn't I push? Fucking push or don't push, my man. Fucking go in or don't. And that doesn't mean looking in the choke point, I'm going in. Shift. Don't go that hard unless you have a really good reason. So yeah, we went too far up. We tried to get away, but Moira's SIP is quite long range, so didn't manage to back up in time. We did go pretty far up with our teammates right there, and scary. The further up you go, the scarier it is. So self-destruct's right there. We're gonna wait for that one. Waited a little bit longer than we needed to. Probably thinking, should I go in? Shouldn't I go in? Oh, fucking McCree. Oh, Jesus Christ. These reses are scary to go for, but actually they're not that scary, because McCree was like the scary one. We could have gone for the Sombra. It was scary to me. We're probably more concerned with keeping D.Va in mech right now, to be fair, rather than resing the Sombra, which is fair enough. I think we could have resed the Sombra and D.Va wouldn't have lost her mech, but if the concern was trying to keep D.Va in mech, that's fair enough. The people that are alive should take precedent over the people that are dead. Because, I mean, if you go to res somebody who is dead, but you leave your teammates alone to do so, and they die while you were resing them, wasn't worth it. Because you just traded one for the other. Well, it can be worth it, depending on the person you lost and the person you resed. It can be worth it, but frequently isn't worth it. Alright, res the Sombra this time. I don't know if Sombra has her EMP or not right now. It doesn't look like she needs it regardless. It's something good to keep in mind when you're playing support, like push tab a lot, see who has their ultimates. Especially as Mercy, when you have to res people as well. It's good to keep track of, because if you're ever in a position where you need to decide if someone lives or dies, you know, two people are fucked up and you've got to pick one or the other, you're gonna usually want that to be the person that has their ultimate. So, not always, but frequently will be the case. So, it's good to keep in mind who has their ultimates, especially if you're playing Mercy, because sometimes you might be like, I don't think they're worth the res, but if they died with their ultimate, now they might be worth the res. You know, it's good stuff to keep in mind, as any support, but particularly for Mercy. And Anna as well, because obviously you're comboing with other ultimates as Anna, so you're incentivized to keep those people alive. Yep, And he's just gonna... Yeah, that was good. He got all the kills. The Moira could have been a little bit cleaner, but he got all the kills. I can't really think of one overarching thing that stood out, so we're gonna go with something really generic. Positioning. Yes. Also, aim better. There we go. Because I can't think of any one thing that stood out too much. Overall, like, pretty good Mercy game. I am pleased that we are not afraid to take our pistol out, to be honest, because I find that that is the most common thing with Mercy players. They are terrified of using their pistol, even if there is, like... I hate watching Mercy just, like, hop away from a Tracer with their staff out. Like, fucking pull the pistol out. Just try and kill the Tracer. Just try. Try, dude. Anyway, so... Thank you very much for watching. If you did, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. I started streaming on Twitch Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 8 p.m. EST till midnight EST. There's a link to the channel in the description. And if you managed to make it all the way through the video and somehow still enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe for more content of middling quality in the future. And I hope you found the video helpful.